Zonguldak, the city of labor force and the place that industrial infrastructure was born. Reaching the deep roots of the past, industry and natural beauties converge. Zonguldak. The first city that the proclamation of the Turkish Republic was announced, and it served as an engine for the industrial progress for a long time in the history of Turkey. In every corner of this city, you can come across the traces of labor and industry as a cultural fact. The iron sheets of the mates of the mineral diggings reflect the sorrowful history of the region. These sheets are the lists of the sad stories of the city of labor. Zonguldak waits for the explorers to notice its blue coastline with a beautiful green background, accompanying a lot of rivers, waterfalls, hidden coves, caves, rich in trekking racetracks of the deep forests, hunting places and plateaus for the people who are interested in alternative tourism. It is a brilliant place for hobbits who are in need of exploring the caves and crust of the earth. In one of the most famous cities for its geological richness, Zonguldak is famous for its longest caves with drupes and stalagmites reaching a length of 5 meters. Gökgöl Cave is just one of them. There are also some caves open for everyone's visit, and there are also some caves that are open for the professional visitors, like the caves of Çayırköy and Kızılelma, which provide a peerless opportunity for the adventurous spirits. Karadeniz Ereğli. It is believed that Ereğli was established by mythological figure Heracles, but in fact, the historical background of the city reaches the ancient times of Phrygian 6th century BC. In mythology, one of the 7 cities established under the name of Heraclea, Ereğli is considered to be the most important one among them and witness Roman, Byzantium, Seljukian, Anatolian Seljukian and Ottoman civilizations. In the land where there are a lot of mythological tales, Cehennem Cave stands in the first place. According to the legend, Hercules fought against Cerberus there. The geometrical mosaics at the ground of the cave is really attractive, and it is also a religious place awaiting its visitors. Besides the natural beauties, the city is becoming famous for other values as well. Osmanlı Ottoman strawberry is said to take its color from the sun, and it is known with its delicious taste and smell. And since the 1900s, and it is also celebrated with the festivals organized and devoted to its name. Elpeg rag is challenging to be forgotten, and it is a traditional art of handicrafts. Elpeg rags are extremely nice, natural and gentle in texture. Every year on the 18th of June, Osmanlı Ottoman Strawberry Culture and Art Festival is organized, and at every first week of July, International Love, Peace and Friendship Festival, and finally in December, Anchovy Festival is organized in the city. All of these festivals reflect the different colors of Ereğli's beautiful blend of different cultures. In Alaplı Gümeli, taxus trees are calling us from a history of 1200 years before. In Alaplı, the wooden houses and delicate tastes are accompanying the beautiful voices of trees. Çaycuma. The mystic ship of the history anchors in Çaycuma during its journey from past to present. Philios, or in its ancient name, Tios, the passengers journeying from the 7th BC announce a magnificent underground city. Tios, Kadıoğlu, Philios Towers ruins, and the coast where Türkali and Göbü embrace the sea with the city, it is possible to solve all the secrets of Çaycuma. Devrek, the capital city of walking sticks. Devrek inhabitants say that stick is stick everywhere, but if there is art on it, then it is from Devrek. Handicraft masters show their masteries on the sticks of devrek with silver, mother of pearl and copper ornaments. Devrek is known for its natural beauties besides the masterful sticks. In Devrek Dirgene stream, Gülüç River and Madencioğlu waterfall formed by many small and big streams is a must to see for visitors. When you move from the place of heaven to the city, Devrek kitchen will be waiting for a festival for you. Bon appétit! Gökçebey. Kırkdere or Hacı Musa stream, composing of the unity of Karbanca, Erikli, Küfelik, Vakuf streams, reflect a strange geographical landscape and a beautiful and lyrical scenery of its frantic waters in the springtime. Pamukdüzü is determined as the resort place for Gökçebey. Bartın. The fountain of the earth is in Barton and the green springs. Being a place of water, Barton is sparkling with a 3,000-year historical background, and it also deserves to be visited by its cultural, folkloric, natural resources and rich wildlife areas. Barton owes its name to Parthenios, whose name is mentioned in the lines that describe the Trojan War. Parthenios comes to mean beautifully flowing waters, and the ancient city of Parthenios name that was established near the river of Barton turns into Barton in the history of the region in the colloquial usage. Among all the other beauties that reflect the history of Barton, the Prophet Muhammad's standard-bearer, Ebu Derda's sacred place, Arab and Orta mosques must be mentioned. If we happen to turn back to the streets of history again, the bridges of Kemer and Kışla are also whispering the old tales of civilization into our ears. Kemal Samancıoğlu Ethnography Museum must be remembered too. Please do not forget that this museum is there to call you back to the stories of the past, reaching today. In the ancient times, Parthenios River, who gives its name to today's Bartın, serves as host for the competitive rowing, water bicycle and boat rowing. In Gazhane Park taking place near the river Bartın, inhabitants are enjoying themselves during the hot summer days. One of the first things to come to mind when Bartın is mentioned is Garula Bazaar. This bazaar owes its name to the women who collect and sell their fruits and vegetables with some animal food there. Bartın invites people who like natural beaches and sun with its beautifully combined blue and green colors, where they always smile together. Amasra, or better to call it as Sultan Mehmed the Conqueror's Çeşme Cihan, or the Eye of the World. Amasra attracts anyone who sees it with its natural beauties and cultural richness. Kuşkayası Monument, Small Hammam or Bath, Kemere Bridge, Genova Chateau and many others reminds us of Romans and Genoese, which are some of the valuable buildings of Amasra. Also, Tavşan Adası, whose name is originated from the rabbits that are left to the island many years ago, is a well-known place in the region. In this lovely port town, you can have a special salad, which is called Amasra salad, made up of 20 kinds of ingredients, and a secret sauce that even the fathers do not give the recipe to their sons is waiting for its visitors, accompanying some delicate fish in the pan. Kurucashile, the place of shipyards. In the history, Kromna, or known as Uç halkı among people, Kurucashile is famous for its backyards. The need for galleons of Ottoman Navy is provided by the productions of Kurucashile. In the town, where the necessity of kallians are provided once a time, now this tradition is proceeding by fathers and sons who are constructing touristic wooden boats and yachts. Ulus. The passages of the beauties of nature again. The valley of Drahna and the waterfall of Ulukaya invite nature addicts for long visits. Ulus, which is a place for mountains, valleys and hunting, is still waiting to be explored by the visitors for beautiful Kure Mountains National Park, canyons, caves, waterfalls, dollies, strange karst occurrences within a 1200 years old forest and an enormous flora. Along Barton beaches, forest and sea, green and blue, are hand in hand running, whereas the ancient culture ruins are smiling enchantingly. The thing that breaks the silence is the türkü, or folk songs of the girls, engraving the woods by salty hands or breaking wires. If you happen to hear this voice, it means that you are already in that magical place. So, in other words, we are waiting for you. Karabük. Welcome to one of the best West Black Sea regions, historically and naturally populous city of Karabük. With a historical background of 5,000 years, Karabük served as a homeland for civilization and culture from Hittites to Romans, Seljuks to Ottomans. The first stop is the beautiful treasure of the Ottoman Empire for us from yesterday to today, the museum city, Safranbolu. Their faces are all constructed through the sun, and all of them are in an order that one will not prevent the other to be seen, and on every stone there is history and the smell of many human stories. Safranbolu houses. Jinjihan, a clock tower that works almost for 200 years. Incekaya Aqueduct, with its beautiful construction and marvelous appearance in the middle of the city, all are waiting for you, the visitors to the region. There are many masters of handicrafts in their one-floor wooden shops, carving and ornamenting many fantastic works of art that you can rarely come across. Demirciler Çarşısı, Arımangus Bazaar, close to it, Köprülü Mehmet Paşa Mosque, and a sundial in the middle of the courtyard are all waiting for their visitors. Also, you will forget all your tiredness in the Arasta Bazaar, where the history smiles kindly to you while you can find many traditional and local kinds of ornaments and drink your coffee with famous Safranbolu Turkish delight. Hıdırlık Hill, or as the local people call it, prayer place, the beautiful scenery of Safranbolu is open to all the curious eyes, and if you are after some magical visions, you can have a trip to see Bulak Cave, whose lighting is recently completed. After all this wonderful journey, you may feel a little hungry. Then the traditional cuisine of Safranbolu is waiting for you to taste them all. In Eflani, you can be a part of green at a moment. Any headscarf that is made up of tember rag and moved in the weaving loom, that touch of you to the scarf will take you hundreds of years away. Between Jinjihan and Eflani, another historical place for the ones who follow historical traces of time, an unmissable route is Katır Yolu, or Road for Mules. Maybe you will find yourself in a Roman ancient city all of a sudden, Hadrianopolis or Eski Pazar. The forest field, geothermal groundwater and hunting places in Eski Pazar or trekking tracks in Belen Valley will be unforgettable memories for you with its clean and fresh air. Monumental trees, Yenice forests, and a perfect geography, Şeker Canyon. In a canyon where the fresh air will dazzle you and the dense forests and lyrical rivers, wooden houses will invite you for a journey. Not only people but also nature has a history of its own, and Yenice forests are in evidence for this reality. Yenice forests are one of the 9 hot points determined in Europe, and its uniqueness is determined by this way. The main raw material for famous devrek sticks. These forests are also allow you to take a walk in the walking traces, and Şeker Canyon is an excellent place for open-air sports. Ovacık. Kare and stone graveyards and the wonder of nature, Karagöl is ambulatory in Ovacık, and there are some special areas for hunting too. When you leave Karabük, you will understand that you have many other historical places to see and visit, or you would have to take more deep breaths in the fresh air of the forests or taste many other delicate foods. If so, please come back again.